The Spread Show.
Welcome to the quarantine edition of The Spread Show.
Yeah, we are in quarantine.
Things are going down. By the time we end this podcast, we might not be allowed to leave my house.
Yeah?
I mean, well, I can stay at my house, but you can't.
Yeah, well, we'll be fine. That just means war zone for everybody.
Yes.
That is not
Call of Duty is going to really pop some numbers.
That is
here.
not an ad.
No.
But if you're listening to EA or Activision, whoever the fuck you guys are.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then there's like 5 people that do it.
Seriously, at this point. Figure it out. A lot of stuff is going on. There's too much news, I think. So we're going to have to boil it down. Let's pull up the little schedule thing I pulled. I mean, let's start with the XFL. Let's make it easy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with the XFL. Yeah. Let's bring a sense of normalcy to the people. Everyone's experiencing some turbulent times right now. We're going to do the normal thing and start XFL. Worst weekend of XFL in XFL history?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's what I like to hear. I had a lot going on. I was putting in floors, building a PC, a lot of stuff. So I'm going to inform you, did not watch every minute of every game.
Wait, so does that mean you're going to tell the people you're a mouse and keyboard or controller kind of guy?
We'll figure it out. I haven't.
Don't sell
Technically,
out.
I just purchased a mouse, so I don't know how much gaming I'm going to be doing on this thing.
Say that now until you get on there. You're like,
until I get on there and I'm like, wow, this is easy.
Yeah, you're like, wait, I get twice as many kills.
yeah, this is great. I can snipe.
I can just drag across and that kills them.
Right. So, any highlights? PJ?
MVPJ, pal.
MVPJ. You were right. Hashtag MVPJ. Him and the Roughnecks ride into, I guess they were at home. But yeah. They beat the Dragons. It was kind of a weird game. Reminded me of week 1 with the Dragons. They had the game in hand, and they just lost it at the end.
You just knew.
It was some Jim Zorn boring-ass coaching.
That was weird. I was like, are the Dragons going to do this?
Yeah.
And
just like week 1 against Cardell.
Yeah.
And they blew it. Completely blew it. But yeah, it's going to be tough to get past MVPJ. They're clearly the best team.
Yeah. He's, and Seattle Scouts were there, I believe.
Yeah. Right after I said, Seattle's got to take a look at this guy as a backup. Seattle, the Seahawks, by the way, not the Dragons. They were there anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Do you have any stats for that game? I just want to see some basic stuff. We're starting to see mid-season awards go out for the XFL, which I'm really a big fan of. I think that's great.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the stats up for the Roughnecks.
BJ Daniels is way better than Silvers, by the way. I'm happy with that. Even if he sucks, he's still better. I think he was 14 for 22, 114 yards passing, and he had 30 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So BJ Daniels, that's what I like to see out of the Seattle Dragons. Otherwise, they suck. PJ Walker, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Huh?
Yeah, they were looking like the Legion of Boom out there for a little bit.
Yeah, he put it up 38 times in that game. So,
as he should.
Yeah, for sure. So let's look at the lines on that. Let's see how we're doing.
I did they're letting BJ run around.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need to do. Seattle, we both had Seattle plus 12.5. That was laughable. Too high of a spread. Houston doesn't cover that. So we get the win there. It was over under 46. They went way over. We said under. So, sorry. I don't know why we said under. 46 is a little too high. I think we didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Let's see what else happened here. New York at Dallas. We talked about the Guardians being one of the least excitable teams
of all time.
Yes, and they did cover.
I'll tell you what, this Perez kid for the Guardians might be like a 5th stringer, but guy's coming in and slinging it.
Sling it.
And also
30-12. They beat the Renegades. Yeah. Is Dallas the? Wait, is this one?
This is typical Dallas teams.
Is this Bob Stoops?
Yep.
It's Stoops.
Disappointing.
Still? Yes, perfect. I love it. They're supposed to win the. Wait, what were their odds beginning of the season?
They were the first best, I believe.
Yep.
They were the first
plus 350 to win the league. They were the favorites, and they are terrible.
I thought they were, and I was like, oh, they're going to be good.
Yeah, Bob Stoops, man. So they get blowed out.
They threw the ball 49 times for 200 yards.
New York was plus 6.5 here on at home.
Yeah.
That's insane, and that's what we said. We said it was insane. They get the W, and they go under. Wait, no, they went over.
Over, yeah, because it was like 37.
37.5. That's super low.
Well, they've both been averaging like 15 points a game. We just assumed, hey.
Yeah. The Battle Hawks, the most disappointing team of the weekend. That crazy fan. They need to be at home. They just have to play at home.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what. I'm Pep Hamilton. I'll give you props. Cardell was over 2. You yanked his ass.
Yes, yanked Cardell Jones. Damn.
And then Tyree Jackson comes in, throws touchdown on his first drive.
Throwing lasers.
Yeah, he was about the only pass he completed all game.
Yeah, he was absolutely terrible. But he wasn't Cardell. I remember last week when I was like, if Cardell doesn't get it done, it's over. Yeah. It's over for Cardell's football career. It's looking pretty over.
Yeah, I'll give you what, he's a good hype man.
Yeah, true.
He was there.
I'll give him that.
He was there for his guy.
Okay.
They were roughing up Jordan too.
So. Yeah, seriously. How do they only put up 6 points? Garbage.
Yeah. Christian Michael had 69 yards. Nice.
The Vipers at the Wildcats. So that St. Louis game, we went St. Louis -4, of course.
Yeah.
And we lost that, and it went under. So
that was
bad job by us. Tampa Bay or Tampa or whatever they want to be called at LA. We saw Josh Johnson get fired up on the sidelines.
Yeah,
his own coach.
Man had 4 touchdowns and Norman Chow had the audacity to ask this man what he's doing.
Yeah, Norm Chow.
He was at Hawaii and then USC, right?
USC, I remember. I think he was at Tennessee, the Titans for a little bit.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, he is the most average coach you can possibly get to throw your offense at. Do not ever hire Norm Chow in any situation, anyone out there, unless you want the very average amount of productivity you can get out of the position.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh Johnson called him and told him to stop complaining and just call the plays.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, that's what it needs.
Yeah, that's what I want to see that more in the NFL. Like this, the players mic'd is. The fact that they had the phone mic'd too,
yeah,
because he went over and picked up the phone, called him in the booth. That was great. I can't believe they had that mic'd up.
There's so much transparency in the XFL. The NFL has to be taking note of this and be like, "Fuck, this is what the fans want."
Yep.
And also, it is helping their refs. They are adding 2 more eyes in the sky. The NFL refs.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They're adding 2 more, and I was like, it took Vince McMahon for you to take knowledge of this.
Let's not forget with the refs also blowing the Seattle game and getting fired, basically.
Yeah, and dude, that was quick. Literally within 3 hours, reprimanded the guy that was upstairs that missed the call. We've been reassigned, aka he's at a desk job now.
Or just back to working college games.
Yeah.
Probably. Seriously,
probably
Pac-12. So Seattle had a chance to tie the game with a 9-point
game. Yeah, 9-point play.
Yes, and they just called the game over.
And there was 3 seconds.
That's bad. Just bad reffing.
Yeah. Fuck, imagine they let BJ run that fucking backyard bullshit.
Yeah.
God.
Wait, I had a question about that. How about this? Hockey has it. Soccer has it. What about a point system? Would that not fix some of these crazy issues in these games? We've seen it multiple times this year with the NBA. I don't like point systems, but say, in these cases, winner gets 3 points, right?
Yeah.
Any tie would get 1. Each team would get 1 point, and if you lose, you get 0. If we had a point system, they could basically throw Seattle a point here.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, we screwed this up. Houston's going to get their 3, but we're going to have Seattle 1.
1, yeah.
That could work. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Because it's not like they're going to go back and play that one play.
Right, exactly. You can't, especially, and that's the same thing in the NBA, all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the NBA where, oh, shit, like, Mark Cuban just got fined $500K.
Yeah.
But it was literally like, I was like, oh, as a Mavericks fan, that was a foul.
Yeah.
Like, cost them the game. But they're not going to go back, and they're never going to go back and replay a game ever. So, yeah, the point system would be great. And also when, like, say like if they had the point system and they caught the Patriots cheating, or well, they did catch them cheating.
Yeah.
Instead of suspending Tom Brady, they're like, "Fuck you, we're deducting you 8 wins."
Oh my God.
They do it in soccer all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That would be sick.
Yeah, because they want Man City.
They could test that in the XFL.
People get hot when you get deducted points, or like say your fans for like soccer, if your fans have like racist chants and something, and it's your third strike, they deduct points from you.
Makes sense. I don't think we'd have that issue in the XFL, but maybe they could revamp the overtime system. I mean, the NFL and the football in general is looking for less plays and less action for their players to get injured or
more games.
Head trauma and stuff. Yeah, some more games. But if they're like, hey, you know what, maybe we just take away overtimes and let ties happen, could work. And it's a little more safe.
Yeah, and I'm all for that. And then say like they do go to, the ties would be perfect for the point system.
I think so, yeah. But
I was really hoping for the first overtime.
But that still wouldn't solve any issues like, the Saints getting screwed.
Do we want to shout out Oliver Luck and the DC?
Yes. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Oliver Luck came out of the tunnel.
The
Commissioner.
Yeah.
This would be like if Roger Goodell was out the Seahawks-Niners Sunday night football game.
Yep.
And he just came out and had a beer and just added it to like the
beer snake.
Yeah,
right?
the beer snake.
Yeah.
He just came and said, "Here's my beer."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, you drinking on the job, pal?"
Yeah. He was like, "Absolutely, I am." Yeah, that was pretty cool. And that had to be the world's longest beer snake, right?
Yeah, that's so.
How many beers was it? Does anyone know what the number was on those cups?
No, it was so much.
Because that went up like 3 sections of the stadium, right? That was pretty cool.
That's so much beer. And then that
was a better accomplishment than most of the football this weekend, to be honest with you.
And it was literally just a sign, the beer snake starts here. That's it. And the guy, they just come and he just keeps tossing it back. And I was like, man. The fans in the XFL, it's almost like it's like an indie wrestling, like it's so intimate for the fans that are there. I don't know, I just really enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure.
Seattle is playing behind a closed arena this week, so
yes.
That'll
lots
be weird.
Of stuff clearly getting canceled. The NBA just announced that they are suspending for the rest of the season. For right now, they're going to figure out what they're going to do. Probably, I'm assuming next week they'll figure out, hey, how do we want to approach this? The options were play empty arena games or, just stop playing and push it back. But I don't think this is really going away for a while. So, but hey, like I was telling you earlier, most people know, and especially people that gamble, know that there's nothing going on in July and August. June, July, August, sports-wise. You go to Vegas, you're basically fucked.
Yeah, and I was like, I was going to be excited you could bet on the Euros. And the Copa America,
nope.
And that's not happening either.
Right. So if we were to get the NBA season, which should push that far anyways, seriously, like the NBA can't complain about ratings when they're trying to run against football for the first half of the season and then, try to ramp up and compete with whatever else is going on in the second half.
Yeah. Now that
just goes a little bit into the summer.
Yeah,
Pop the ratings. Own that time.
As a casual fan, since the Knicks suck and the Spurs suck and Melo was out of the league for 2 years, I would become disinterested. So I was like, I honestly don't consider NBA season starting until Christmas. When you get those 5 marquee games.
For sure.
I wake up Christmas morning, we're gonna open the gifts with my nephew. You just turn on the game when it used to be the Knicks and Celtics at the 9 a.m. game.
Yeah.
And then now I don't even know who they play at the 9 a.m. game.
So now we go 3-1 against the spread. Not a bad week for us. And we got to hop into another week. Are the lines going to be affected by the stadiums probably not being full? Or have anyone in them, I guess?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to. I don't think the lines, but I think that.
It's going to affect St. Louis, damn it.
Yeah.
And Seattle.
And Houston.
Houston can play with anybody.
Yeah, that's true. But also DC, they can't do their fucking thing.
Oh my God, seriously. You're right.
But in Europe, they're doing the empty stadiums. But you just look at all the sports. There's 10,000 people outside the stadium partying in the streets.
Right.
And I was like,
just causing way more infections.
Yes.
Perfect.
Was it Iowa that canceled their state wrestling? I think it was it Iowa or Ohio?
Ohio,
and then believe they canceled their state wrestling, and then they had 2,000 people outside protesting.
Yeah. Let's go into this week real quick so we can talk about other stuff. We have Houston against the Red Hot. Wait, are the Guardians red hot?
Yeah, they just come
The
up.
Red Hot Guardians.
Yes.
Houston's -6.5. Tell you what, this could be a big game. Houston -6.5 on the road.
Shit, I don't even know if New York's gonna be able to. CBS headquarters in New York just shut down. 2 people tested positive in there.
Well, they better clean it up, brother, because I need to watch this game. I'm going New York +6.5.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
That New York team's tough.
That's what I'm saying. They're getting 6.5 at home.
Oh, MVPJ didn't cover last week, right?
He didn't. He hasn't covered. They don't cover very much.
Yeah, because they always think they're going to win by a lot, but
Right.
they win by just enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll ride with you and go with the Guardians.
Perfect. We're getting 6.5, brother.
Yeah, over unders 46.5.
Let's go under.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, the Battlehawks looking to bounce back versus the Vipers. Battlehawks 3-2. They gotta win this game.
Some say it might be win or go home for the Vipers as well.
I think it is. Yeah. Seattle or St. Louis is -3. Do we just roll home dogs in this league?
Might have to.
We go Tampa +3.
Yeah.
I hate to bet against that team, but they looked like shit last week. We're gonna go Tampa +3.
Over unders at 43.
Over under 43.
This one's tough.
That is tough. I say we go. Shoot, I don't know, man. St. Louis bounce back, put up 27 or so, maybe.
Yeah, Jordan
Tampa
can't.
sucks.
Jordan won't have. They just gave up 41 to Josh Johnson.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go over.
Yeah, let's go over.
Let's do it. The Renegades of Dallas
Yeah.
at DC.
Another NFC East.
Is Cardell
matchup.
done?
Yeah, he's Tyrese.
He's not.
Tyrese. done.
Tyree's not better. All right. Cardell's hurt. That's what's going on. I'm going to call it right now. Cardell's going to say I was hurt.
He has tendonitis in his shoulder.
DC's -4.5. Dallas is bad. We just talked about it. I think we should go DC.
Yeah, they just threw the ball 49 times for 200 yards.
What's the over-under?
35.5.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't. Ooh.
Gotta love the Knicks. They just blew a 23-point lead to go into overtime.
Dallas at DC. Let's see. What's the over-under in this one?
35.5.
Okay.
That's
But
a lot.
what are we going to do?
I'm a little. DC, Dallas sucks.
No, I know that, but what are we going for over-under? That's no points. This is Pep Hamilton's dream job right here.
God.
Should we just get crazy and take the under?
Yeah, let's take
Say
the under.
These teams both
God,
suck.
nothing like rooting for a defensive game.
In the XFL.
Oh, you're a Seahawks fan, so you have to root for those a lot.
That's true. Wildcats at Dragons. This is going to be terrible. This game will be played in front of no people.
Yeah, Seattle, get it together. Ground zero.
Seriously. Disgusting people there.
Yeah, wash your hands.
LA's -3, and LA is looking good.
Yeah. The over-under opened at 43.5, and it's at 45.5 now.
Whew. I say we take LA.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hate
LA.
Seattle.
We're taking LA. It's -3. It's going to be a push at worst.
Yeah, we'll take the +3. The -3, and we're going to go... you want to go under? It's going to be weird with no fans.
Yeah. Why is it 45.5? Did the Sharps bet it up? It's
Maybe
weird.
because the snap count, you can hear the snap count.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So not going to get false starts.
so, is it too high now? Do we go under now?
Yeah, 245 is hot.
Okay, perfect.
Pal, it's Jim Zorn. He's running the ball.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Okay. Yeah, so there's not much else going on. I don't really care about the XFL right now. We're going to have to... A lot of stuff's going on.
And it's the Houston Roughnecks and everyone else for the future odds.
It's true. Anything else popping up?
No. I just think that...
No, I'm saying like on your timeline right now.
Mark Cuban looked shocked as fuck when they caught him on camera when they announced. I'm assuming he got the message on his phone. And he looked shocked as fuck that this is league suspending, but they're finishing the
My
game.
money.
Yeah. And he just got fined $500K.
He should ask for that back for sure. I want that back. Well,
Are you gonna go on your rant on Rudy?
Yes, let's talk some. We planned on talking NBA today. There was so much good shit out there.
Yeah.
And first off, luckily, we haven't been talking NBA because I've had a lot of Rudy Gobert hate. Poor Rudy Gay. I didn't mean to throw him under the bus like that. Rudy Gobert's been pissing me off all season. And it's been going on, I guess, for a while now that he really just... He's been complaining about pretty much everything. If he doesn't win all defense, he complains. If he doesn't win defensive player of the year, he complains. If he's not an all-star, he complains and starts crying.
Yeah.
So, he's been doing some complaining this year. He's always lobbying for himself. So the coronavirus stuff starts coming around, and he's doing his press conference. Clearly, there's this whole thing where it's like, hey, let's keep the media away from our players. Let's not have people all up in each other's faces and have their mics flying around in their faces. Rudy Gobert, as everyone's going to hear by now, doing the press conference, and jokingly at the end when he's done, just touches all the mics. Ha ha, I'm touching the mics and putting my hand on them and rearranging shit.
And he for sure, after he touched all the mics, touched his face.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So Rudy Gobert does this. Today, they have a game. Fans are piling in. They're getting ready to tip off. We have to cancel the game. I'm sorry. To all the fans, please leave in an orderly fashion right now.
Yeah. And they told them stay safe.
Yeah. Turns out Rudy Gobert tests positive for the coronavirus. Yeah. What an asshole. I hate this guy. I hate him.
And he didn't practice the last 2 days because of illness.
I'm telling you, this guy already, he's lucky the coronavirus came for his ass, brother, because he was about to be Roy Hibberted out of the league. He's not being used in the playoffs. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh, no.
Houston's going to run him out of the building. Maybe he'll be there if, they play Denver, sure, whatever. But, no. Teams have clearly figured it out, just like they figured it out with Hibbert. You pull him with the stretch 5, you keep him away from the basket, and you roast him. That's it. Game over. Sorry. Don't need you anymore. Not helpful. So, say goodbye to Rudy Gobert and his career.
Yeah. Maybe see him in the G League.
He's hilarious, apparently, because he decided to do the mic touching thing.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate. He also is the one that tweets about, what's that dude? I'm putting air quotes up. Dr. Sebi?
Yeah.
That guy, the holistic, natural, don't use medicine. Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, he's a big believer in that. It helped him out a lot. Helped him get the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Congrats.
What are the chances he's a flat earther as well?
Yes, might be a flat earth anti-vaxxer.
Damn it.
So yeah,
they're saying Conley's sick as well, but they haven't.
This is not Mike Conley's year if that's the case.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Because he was the second Jazz player that was feeling ill.
Yeah. So,
because of this, the NBA. Well, first it was the Warriors. City of San Francisco's doing no gatherings bigger than 1,000 people.
Right.
So all Warriors were going to be playing home games, no
empty.
Fans.
Yep.
In a new arena.
Right.
No better way to open it. And then it came out. Well, LeBron said if there's no fans, he didn't want to play.
Yeah.
And then he changed his mind.
He's like, no, I didn't know it was like that. All right, LeBron. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't want to go over all that stuff, but it basically, all this stuff's going to get canceled. So,
now it's.
But let's talk about what we were going to talk about with the NBA, and let me see if I even have that. Still
your boy
up.
Atkinson.
Oh, Kenny, and I'm not talking Omega
or the Jet.
Kenny Atkinson gets fired from the Brooklyn Nets.
Your two favorite players.
This is another
travesty.
It's just another thing that's is being overshadowed by the coronavirus clearly, which it should be. But one of the best coaches in the NBA got fired for no reason. There's really nothing. He's in the playoffs. He's in the playoff hunt with his two highest paid players not playing. One of them has not touched the floor this year. The other one was hurt the whole season.
Shoulder surgery.
Yes. In the playoffs. Not even the 8th seed. He's the 7th seed.
Yeah, and he took a ragtag group of players lab.
Yes. So, the Brooklyn Nets, they were able to get D'Angelo Russell. That was an interesting trade. If you remember, D'Angelo Russell was not really an asset like he was when he came out.
He did the Iggy.
The Iggy thing did not help. He was a high usage guy that really couldn't figure shit out in LA. Kenny Atkinson turns him into basically an all-star, gets them into the playoffs. He turns Karis LeVert, who was, had potential but always had the injury history, turns him into a legitimate starting.
He's a NBA rotation guy on any team.
Like a starter, like legitimate starter. Spencer Dinwiddie turns into like 6-man high-end starter.
Yeah,
like really solid player. I believe they might have Mozgov still on the books on that team. They had no draft picks for years. Yeah. Like, this is one of the worst roster. One of their draft picks was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Like, let me just throw that stuff out there. Jared Allen, developed him into a really solid player. Yeah. He does all this last year, gets to the playoffs after having no assets, really nothing, just nothing to work with, just a throwaway shitty job. They play a really cool system. He gets D'Angelo Russell into a place where he gets value, or Golden State gets value for him somehow. It was just insane that someone that can turn around one of the worst franchise situations in sports, they can turn it around into a playoff situation. Next year, gets 2 guys that are not going to play, still in the playoffs, and gets asked to probably leave.
No, yeah. And then they picked up DeAndre Jordan over the summer.
They also, they get DeAndre Jordan. They demand that DeAndre Jordan play over Jared Allen, who's a young center. DeAndre Jordan declining, not very good anymore. Let's play DeAndre Jordan instead of Jared Allen. I'm sure it wasn't hard for Kenny Atkinson to just be like, I'm fine with leaving. I'm cool with getting out of here. Pay me to leave. Because Kyrie's a head case. Durant is a weirdo. Yeah, and DeAndre Jordan shouldn't be playing.
He got $15 million a year because he's Durant's best friend.
Correct. Man, it's a joke. It seriously is a joke. Like, there's so many. That guy's probably gonna have a pretty decent career, wherever he goes. I just feel like he had a system and a culture going there, and I don't blame Sean Marks, the GM, for bringing in Durant, Kyrie. You get the chance to do it, but the fact that you were building something there and it's just gone, I don't know. That sucks. So you can bring in Mark Jackson or Tyronn Lue, who are both garbage coaches. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, it's so weird. But yeah, in the NBA, you have to get the superstars.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
And it just sucks that the 2 superstars they got are like the 2 biggest weirdos.
Yes. And with Atkinson,
you said you wanted him to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, I think Cleveland.
They extended, it's not Fizdale.
Yes, Bickerstaff,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's Bickerstaff.
The coach killer. How many teams has Bickerstaff been on in the last 6 years that he's become the interim head coach? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah,
Jeez.
Good luck charm.
Yeah, man. I don't care. So he would have been good in Cleveland. I just think you look at a team with young players and an ownership that maybe isn't super hands-on, he'd be a good coach. I mean, he'd be really good. Like, you look at kind of like what Luke Walton's doing in Sacramento. That would have been a good landing spot.
Pelicans is perfect.
The Pelicans, I mean, if they want to just keep being 40-win Pelicans for the next 6 years, they can keep trotting Alvin Gentry's dumbass out there. But that's exactly where you want Atkinson. He'll build a system around those young guys. He'll get them better. I hope he goes somewhere fun.
He would do it with like Phoenix, or is Devin Booker too big of a star?
I'm worried about Phoenix and what they're going to try to do in the offseason.
What do you think they're going to try to do?
I don't know. Something's going to happen with Towns and Booker, and I don't know. Some weird stuff's going to go down. So, I don't know. He just needs a place where there's not a superstar yet. So I don't know. There could be Charlotte. Their coach is good. The Kings aren't going to move from Luke Walton.
The Knicks need him as much as
the Knicks. I mean, he was on that staff like we were talking about at some point this week. He was on that staff with D'Antoni, with that really fun Knicks team that had Amari, pre-Carmelo,
Gallinari.
Yeah, that was a great team to watch, and he helped develop that whole system, that rotation. He was a huge part of that. So That guy's a winner. He's super smart. And I thought also Brett Brown, not a good coach.
Oh, yeah, you did say 76ers.
See if you could do something in Philly. By all means, like, Embiid is outspoken and he's interesting, but I don't think he's like a cancer in the locker room. He's not a toxic guy. Ben Simmons doesn't seem to be that way either. So
It seems like everyone does like Embiid, player-wise.
Right.
It's not like Kyrie where you're like, oh, I don't know what fucking mood he's in.
Yeah. So hopefully he gets a shot. He'll be a really good assistant somewhere next year, though. Or maybe for the rest of this year. Could you imagine if he goes back to the Rockets or if he goes, I could see him joining Steve Kerr's staff, Popovich. Like,
he's going to go one of those.
There's going to be a smart team that brings him in. The Raptors could do it.
Oh, it's the Raptors.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my thing. I do blame Kyrie Irving a lot. He's just clearly they may not have wanted him gone. They may not have gone up to Joe Tsai, the owner, and been like, "Hey, we need to get rid of this guy." But they may have made it known, like, "This isn't really.
Is not how it's going to be."
Yeah. And they're not gonna. Here's what happened. I guarantee this is what happened. These two guys signed, right? And they know that if Atkinson gets fired in 2 weeks after they sign, everyone's gonna be like Kyrie and KD are dicks, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, we're basically out for the whole season anyways. Like, KD's out, Kyrie can be injured in the drop of a hat. So they're like, let's get this through the All-Star break and see what happens. Kyrie gets injured, decides to have surgery, and he's like, okay, cool, we don't have to do anything. I don't have to play for this guy, really. They'll just wait till the end of the season till it dies down a little bit. Then we'll give them the signal, hey, maybe this isn't working. Because they definitely didn't say, hey, we should keep Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah. They would have snipped that a long time ago. And the best part of all of this, the Vegas odds of who the fucking favorites are.
Is it Teron Lue and Mark Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like,
that's a joke. Mark Jackson is a terrible coach.
Bowdy does hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
That's true.
His mom calls him Clay, so I'm going to call him Clay.
Yep.
He has some good one-liners.
He does. He's great. He wanted to smash LeBron's wife.
Oh, yeah. Knock that out of the park. That's a top 3 gif of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Thing of all time.
Let's look at... So what else did I have on the
MVP?
Here? Yes. Let's look at...
Did LeBron overtake him?
Now, this has been squashed kind of, right? Like, all the media cycles kind of blown through this and said, okay, this is kind of dumb. That was over 1 week.
Yeah.
And Giannis has been doing it all year. But
I
still think, it's not like LeBron shouldn't be in the conversation in the first place, right?
Yeah, he should always be in the...
Yeah.
With just the numbers he puts up, and he always has one of the best records, besides last year.
The problem is Giannis is doing it in 30 minutes, and they have the best record. Yeah. They could have been close to winning 70 games.
And he doesn't have anyone close to AD playing with him.
Yeah, but what do you think of the rotations? What do you think of the other guys? So Middleton's really good. Middleton's an all-star and a really solid, very good player this year. He's not AD, obviously. But after that...
The Lopez brothers.
You have the Lopez brothers. You have Bledsoe. They have...
Did Bledsoe finally bounce back from last year?
No. He's still Eric Bledsoe, but he's fine. DiVincenzo's come on.
Oh, yeah.
Would you rather have that Lakers rotation?
I don't know. They did just pick up
Kuzma, Rondo, Danny Green, Morris,
KCP, Caruso. A lot of big names there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
They didn't get Reggie Jackson. That's what killed them.
Yeah, and they didn't get J.R. Smith. They got Dion Waiters instead.
Oh, God. I forgot about that.
I hope that...
George Hill you got over there in Milwaukee. Marvin Williams was added to the rotation.
Yeah.
That's a solid pickup.
Just put the perfect players around.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be a wash. I kind of like the Lakers guys better, I think, though.
Yeah.
I like Danny Green a lot more than a lot of those other guys.
Yeah,
and Avery Bradley.
Oh, yeah. Avery Bradley couldn't fucking miss.
Yeah.
Man couldn't make a 3
That won't happen in the playoffs.
Yeah, man couldn't make a 3 for the longest time.
So, MVP odds, I still think...
It's he only moved to, plus 400. So,
right.
And Giannis only went down to minus 310. So, I was like... Or it might be the other way around. Plus 310, minus 400.
Yeah. Giannis, minus 325. LeBron's plus 200 now.
Oh.
Yeah. That might just be Vegas taking advantage.
Yeah, trying to get these sucker bets.
Yeah. Okay. Championship odds.
But I'll give it that 1 week.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible LeBron week. He's definitely like number one if you're taking a guy today to just like play 10 games.
The Bucks game was okay. The Clippers Lakers game felt intense.
Yeah, really.
I was like,
really
shit.
solid.
I was like, this is what I need 7 games of in June.
Let's just assume that somehow we finish this NBA season
In the summer.
Yeah. So, odds to win the championship: the Lakers are plus 215, Milwaukee's plus 225, and the Clippers are plus 300. Everyone else is way, way far down. Who do you got? Who are you picking? What are the odds you like there?
Lakers.
Lakers plus 215. Wow.
And then my other bet, I was looking at that.
Hold on. Let's finish this.
Lakers.
Okay. The Clippers are really good. Why wouldn't? I'm taking them at plus 300. They have Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is playing really well. He's getting back to where he needs to be. That team's really good.
LeBron James is a fucking beast.
So is Kawhi in the playoffs.
Kawhi went deep into the season. LeBron's been resting for 6 months. And he has all this energy. And I just think the whole...
Kawhi's been resting for 6 months, too.
That's true. I just think it's the whole Kobe thing. Like, he passed away. They're going to win the championship this year for it.
No, I agree. I just think the Clippers are...
Better value?
More equipped, better value, just a lot more.
And, man, Patrick Beverley's going to get LeBron to push him.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
like, anytime he would walk on his hip the whole way to the line.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, dude, I don't know how LeBron just doesn't say fuck. Boom. Just a little shove, baby one.
Let's look at the NBA awards odds.
Wait, you didn't like any long shots?
No. The Rockets?
No. Fuck, the Rockets are...
I like the Celtics. That's about it.
We were talking about the Rockets. I was like, nope, get to the playoffs. All that shit's shut down.
Yeah, it's already shut down, it turns out. Here's some. Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony Davis is minus 150. Giannis is plus 200. Rudy Gobert plus 450. He's not going to win. And that's really it's going to come down to Davis, Giannis. Giannis not gonna win both awards.
Yeah, I don't. How come Giannis can't? I guess what's his name has better like the defensive numbers.
Right.
Giannis is second to 80 in all those categories.
Yeah. So 80 probably wins that. That's fair. Gets a nice award to show up to LA.
That award allows him to get the super duper max, right?
Oh, that's no good. No good for somebody.
Pal, you got to give him that 5-year, $300 million.
Here's one. This one's super interesting. 2019-2020 NBA Most Improved Player of the Year odds. This, I honestly don't know.
This one's tough.
Brandon Ingram leads at plus 150. Bam Adebayo plus 300. Devontae Graham plus 300 as well. Luka plus 500.
Yeah, I don't get why Luka. Maybe
SGA Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plus 1,200. That's way too high. That he's incredible.
Yeah, how come him and Chris Paul aren't on there?
And Chris Paul,
pal, he's improved a lot since when I last seen him in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, last time, that's like a hey, you are playing normal award. Congrats. Fred VanVleet rounds out at plus 2,000. Brandon Ingram has definitely consistently since day one been a lot better than he's ever been before. I will give him that, and he carried that Pelicans team, but it's not like they won games, They were good, they were fine, but they weren't in the playoffs until Zion showed up. So why is he leading? No playoffs.
Is it just because he was putting up good stats?
He looks really good. He looks like everyone thought he should eventually turn into something like that.
And he was putting up numbers on a bad team.
Yeah. Bam Adebayo, who actually, he's in contention for Defensive Player of the Year as well. Yeah. They can run their offense through him. That dude improved more probably than anyone.
Yeah, Pat Riley just knows talent.
Yeah. Devontae Graham, out of nowhere. Very good player. He's kind of one-dimensional to me, though, so I'm a little worried about that.
I think he just hit another 3.
This one's the most baffling. Luka Doncic.
Is it because he made the All-Star game and now everything's just...
He's played an MVP level.
I know, he already has...
He was leading. He was an MVP top candidate for the first quarter of the season.
Yeah, and he's still putting up crazy numbers.
Yeah, people just are like, "Oh, it's normal now, so who cares?" But it's like, no, he's one of the best players in the NBA. When you improve to that level, I feel like you're most improved.
When it's like youngest to do this, and it's always just him, LeBron, Wilt. Like,
yeah. Luka, I believe, should win this.
Yeah.
Their team they're in the playoffs, and he's played in MVP level. Like last year, he was good, but not MVP.
And then didn't you guys talk about it on the preseason pod? Like, their second best player is Zingis.
Yeah.
And then
who didn't get into shape until right now.
And he can't play back-to-backs.
Yeah.
And then their third best player is Steph Curry's little brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's playing with a bunch of jobbers that he makes to look good.
It's
Boban gets minutes. Like, a lot of minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Dwight Powell's out. Yeah. A lot of issues with that team. And Luka makes it work because he's one of the top 5 best players in the NBA.
Yeah. And before we go to the next thing, you remember Chris Durham? Seahawks receiver?
Nope.
Oh, he was a Seahawks and Lions receiver. He is quarantined in Italy.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, and for the next 30 days.
Yikes. Well, damn. Yeah, I don't remember who that is. Sorry.
White. I think it was like number 16 for you guys.
Nope.
White slot receiver.
Hold on. One last thing on the most improved odds. SGA he gets traded and he's on a team that shouldn't be making the playoffs. They had no buzz before the season besides where's Chris Paul getting traded. They make it work, and shit, man. He's plus 1,200. That's crazy. So, I don't know. Looks like Brandon Ingram is going to win that award. Yeah, not saying it's the wrong pick. It's just a weird pick.
The Thunder I think on Sunday, they're the 4 seed, and how is he not the most improved?
I don't know. It seems like, he's
the most
not the main reason, but he is probably co-main reason that team is anywhere this year.
Well, so you give him that, but you're going to give Brandon Ingram for putting up putting up stats on a bad team?
What is this? It's weird.
Is this the award they have to give him so that he can get one of those max contracts?
I hope so. I disagree. I don't really think Brandon Ingram. If I were to bet on it, obviously it looks like that's where it's going, but I would give it to Luka or Shea.
Yeah.
Or Bam. Really anyone else. Next, NBA Sixth Man of the Year. Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams. I don't mind Dennis Schroeder in this spot. It looks like his career might be dead, and he's really turned things up this year, and he's just another story off of that Thunder team. So, I still like Lou Williams at plus 200, but it's going to be Schroeder probably.
Yeah, unless Lou goes on one of those crazy runs where he just has a bunch of game winners in the threes.
2019 NBA Coach of the Year odds. This one pissed me off the most.
Wait, who's won?
Number 1's Nick Nurse. Not mad about that. But, basically you took the defending champs and you're not first in the East at all, but you're still good.
Yeah.
You lost Kawhi, I understand. He's doing a really good job. Mike Budenholzer, like I said, on pace to win 70, but not too much has changed. He's managed minutes better. I don't feel like anyone's better on that team.
They're blowing out teams faster. I guess the only thing you can say.
Yeah.
I will give them, maybe just because he lets them do the pregame rituals, WWE, maybe that's why we have to
the
give
wrestling? Yes, I agree. Mike Malone is plus 700 with the Nugs. I feel like they got worse.
Yeah, they traded their depth.
He doesn't play his
best player,
superstar young player.
He doesn't play his best potential superstar?
Yeah. No, Mike Malone is off the list for me. Frank Vogel? LeBron doesn't hate him, and you haven't heard the name Frank Vogel. That's an automatic win.
And we haven't heard Jason Kidd whispers.
Yes, exactly. So Frank was able to. Kudos to him. Seriously, he's navigated a pretty crazy season. And he's stayed in the background. He's been smart, and they've actually been well coached.
The only bad thing is he might be playing Rondo too many minutes.
For sure.
I guess it just when I watch Lakers, it's always the big games, and I was like, man,
he knows he's got to have playoff Rondo.
Yeah, because it's like, ooh, I was like, that was just terrible.
Here's one very deserving. Eric Spoelstra is plus 900.
How's the only man?
That's what I'm saying. Eric Spoelstra should be in that.
He has to deal with Jimmy
Holzer, Mike Malone spot. Man.
He has to deal with Jimmy Butler.
He's got Jimmy Butler playing at a high level. He's got Bam playing at a superstar level. He's turned Duncan Robinson into the best shooter in the NBA. And a bunch of other young guys. Kendrick Nunn. Like, all these guys that are just young and you've never heard of them, they're really solid. And nobody wants to play Miami. I can guarantee you that.
No, yeah, and what's his name might be his old Dragic, and he still gets minutes for.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like he has to be at least like 40 now, like 30. Man, he's like 32.
That's in Serbian years.
32, 33.
Rick Carlisle. This should be the Greg Popovich Rick Carlisle Award.
Yeah,
like Pop should have won it every year. Carlisle always. Every time you look at his teams, you're like, how the hell
does he win?
Did they win this many games? Like last year, it's like, how did they win this many games?
Was it last year or 2 years ago when he was on the hot seat?
I don't know.
Maybe it was just because I follow a bunch of Dallas fans. I don't think they go through I'm assuming he's just a dick to the media.
Yes.
Because they do not like him at times.
Really?
At times.
Yeah, I mean, he can be popish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. The best coach of the year is Billy Donovan.
Oh yeah.
He's coach I
still forget he coaches
he's plus
there.
1,800 for the OKC Thunder to take that team from absolutely no potential to running. He has the most deadly clutch lineup in the NBA.
Wait, we never talk about how the Pelicans have a better championship odd than the Thunder, and one of them's the 10 seed and one of them's the 4 seed.
Yeah, that is a little disrespectful.
So maybe that's why they get the disrespect from.
What did Billy Donovan do to the media to say, hey, sorry man, you're plus 1,800 for taking a rat team and making them a playoff contender?
God, they traded their best 2 players. They got
a
washed up Chris Paul on a terrible contract.
Yeah.
And then they got
terrible contract.
They got SGA, and you're like, okay, they got SGA.
Yep.
And then a bunch of picks.
And
pick
he
swaps.
Figures out, like, hey, if I throw Schroeder, Chris Paul, and SGA out there with Gallinari, we're gonna have the best lineup in the NBA. That's just that. They're winning because of incredible coaching. That's it. He should win Coach of the Year, no one else. So those are my picks. It's not going to happen, but those are my picks.
Yeah, now that you walk me through it, it should be Donovan.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really care about the playoff race because we don't know what's going to happen going forward. So we can launch into some NFL, though, because I can assume the offseason is going to happen.
Yeah.
What we can probably also assume is the NFL draft in Vegas probably not going to be.
It's how it's going to be how it used to be at Radio City. You just the players and coaches just come up. It's going to still be the same thing. There's going to be no crowd, but I'm sure they're going to show the bars. Vegas is not shut down.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Vegas told them to suck it before they shut down.
What do we want to talk about first?
Oh, free agency.
Okay.
There's a lot of money, a lot of numbers.
Oh, I should grab the
the
numbers.
Do you have them?
Yeah.
Go grab them. I'll talk. Some of the reports out, the numbers that people are going to get. Byron Jones is going to get, starting at 16, at least $18 million a year. I love Byron Jones. 3 career picks in 5 years in Dallas. But if you're going to pay, he was second in the NFL in yards allowed this season behind Sherm. So it's like people don't throw at him. It's weird. And when they do throw at him, they get 8 yards and a tackle.
Yeah.
But $18 million is a lot of money. And that's what they said, like, that's the minimum he's going to get.
And that's, to me, minimum.
Well, they said starting point is 16, but he's going to have the Broncos, Giants.
There's enough competition.
There's enough money out there that he's going to get what he wants.
Well, we discussed because we've talked about systems and how important it is to pay and all that. There's certain positions where I think you have to cap it no matter who's out there and what you're doing as far as building your team. We've talked about it before. What positions are actually important right now? Well, we went through it. We talked about it today. We wrote it down. Let's start with this. Quarterbacks. These are all for the top 5 at a position. We're going to go through every position and say, hey, I have the chance to get a top 5 guy here. So quarterback, there's really no max, right? You just pay him. If you have a chance to get Mahomes or Russell, Deshaun Watson, I guess.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
If you have a chance to get one of those guys, You just pay them whatever they want.
Yeah, they're gonna make everyone around them better.
Right, and that's really only for the top 5 guys, though.
And to think like Russ and Watson win despite them having terrible coaches.
Right, and when those contracts kick in, they're not going to have as much around them too.
They don't have much around them right now.
So quarterbacks, yeah, you have a chance to get a top quarterback, just pay him. Yeah. I found that out last year. I was harping against the Russ contract. Doesn't matter. You do just pay quarterbacks. I found out. Running backs, you get a chance to get a top 5 guy. $6 million is the max that we're paying.
Yeah, as much as I love Zeke, much as I was like, oh, pay him, then just closer and closer. I was like, nope, don't do it.
How much did they wind up paying Zeke per year?
14.
$14 million. That is $8 million.
6 year 90, 15, but only like 14 million was like guaranteed per year.
So we're basically saying Zeke's paid by over $8 million a year.
Too much.
Yeah,
that's the difference between us being able to pay Byron and us not being able to pay Byron.
And the reasoning there is we saw it in the Super Bowl, like you said. Damien Williams goes off. The Niners can switch running backs every game and win.
Yeah, the Niners pay Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah,
who's been hurt for 2 straight years. Tavon Coleman was playing he was out majority of the year. Then he broke his shoulder or whatever in the thing, but he came back for the Super Bowl. But they were still playing, and they didn't even play Matt Breida.
I mean, Aaron Jones comes out of nowhere. You had
Derrick Henry, 2nd round pick, but they rode his ass to the ground.
Yeah, and then
Damian Williams.
Who the hell was I thinking of? Oh, the Saints. Kamara looks whatever all year.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
It also helped. Look, he doesn't have Ingram no more.
Right.
For split the carries, and then all of a sudden,
who was his backup?
It was Latavius Murray.
Yeah, Latavius looked disgusting at points. He
had like 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't pay running back. No. Sorry, $6 million is the highest you're going to go on a running back.
And you write him out like the Titans are going to do the right thing.
Yeah,
wrote out Derrick Henry, and they're just going to
did it with Le'Veon, ran his ass into the ground, gave him to the Jets. If you have a chance, if your team pays more than $6 million for a running back this offseason, you should be upset. Yeah. Let's set the money there.
What perfect team, the Chargers just paid Eckler $6 million.
Yeah,
and I was like, this man had like 80 catches, 1,000 yards. I was like,
Melvin Gordon looking for a team.
Yeah. Anthony did say he took a picture with
He's
Russ.
Never going to come to Seattle.
Take a picture with Russ.
No. Tight ends.
Nope.
You get a chance. I think it's not really top 5 with tight ends because it's like top 3-ish. You can get one of the top 3 or 4 tight ends. $10 million.
I thought that was steep
for that tight end position. Yeah, because if you're getting a top 3 guy, that's Kittle, that's Kelsey. Yeah,
give me those guys all day.
Yeah, so $10 million, I think that's as high as you can go for a tight end. If you're going over $10 million, you've really screwed yourself.
Yeah, and it does. I need someone like Kittle who can have an 85-yard touchdown but block a defensive end.
Right, exactly. So you're paying for the best at 10. If you're paying someone else at $10 million, if you're getting
Austin Hooper.
Well, hold on, brother.
Jimmy Graham.
If you're getting Jimmy Graham, if Jimmy Graham's getting paid $10 million or $9 million or $8 million this season, you've lost.
Greg Olson's getting 8.
Well, he's
only playing 3 games.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Greg Olson at 8, I'll take it. Sure.
Ugh, that's a lot.
It's not 10.
True, but like Hunter Henry, he's asking for 10 and he plays like 4 games a year.
Oh, yeah.
But when he plays, he's a stud. He's like Will Dissly.
Yeah.
Stud, but can't
You're not paying those guys. If Austin Hooper comes in and is like, hey, I want 12 mil. Nope, see ya. Someone else can give it to you.
What would you give up for O.J. Howard, free agent?
What would I give him?
Give up for him.
Oh.
He's one of those, he has a 5th year option.
Yeah.
But he's going to the 4th year of his deal. So you can pick it up, but you don't have to.
What's the pickup on it?
That's what I'm saying. What would you offer him? He's probably making like $4 million this year, $5 million.
I'd offer him $7 million.
No, I'm talking about like draft pick. Would you offer a draft pick for him?
Oh, yeah. I'd offer probably a 4th.
Oh, I would say 5th, and I was like, I think the Bucs would take it.
Yeah, I'd offer him a 4th.
Yeah. And I think he would be perfect for your guys' system.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I haven't seen anything out of him, which is kind of concerning.
Yeah, especially with the vertical offense he was into.
Yeah, wide receivers. This one's tough because you look at wide receivers and how it's a passing league, and there's some elite talent at receiver. I think a lot of that's just built on hype because receivers only some of the few people that actually have personalities that are marketable
are always receivers.
Yeah, and I'm 18 million is the max.
I opened up at
maximum.
I opened up at 20, but my 20 million was because I think it's more fantasy football skews my thoughts on so I love wide receivers more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, we grew up with T.O., Randy Moss. I was like, they were Chad Johnson. I was like, that's all everyone would talk about.
Right. Guys that didn't win Super Bowl.
But they had some crazy ass antics, and you just wanted to watch them play football.
Yeah. So we talked about it, and it's
18 might be too high.
18 million that's like, who are you getting? Michael Thomas. Like, if I get Michael Thomas at 18 million, I'm not unhappy. If I get DeAndre Hopkins at 18 million, I'm not unhappy.
If you get Julio at 22,
I am very upset and concerned.
That extra $4 million is a lot.
I'm concerned. For every million that it goes over 18, I'm concerned. Devontae
Adams?
I'm concerned if it goes over 18.
So 18, you're fine with him?
Yeah. No, not really. Do you consider him top 5 going into this next season?
No. Is it weird to probably have both Tampa guys in top 5?
In the top 5?
Dude,
how many people do you have in your top 5?
Probably like 7. It's Julio, Mike Thomas. Well, was Antonio Brown was always in there. Odell is Odell top 5?
No.
He's gonna get
DeAndre, right? DeAndre's like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
With Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
You want Mike Evans in there?
I love Mike Evans.
Yeah.
And he plays with Jameis for all the slack we give him. That's one man that's sick or tired of Jameis.
Shit, he caught some touchdowns.
And I like Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not putting Keenan Allen up there, and I'm definitely not giving him I'm not giving him 18.
I think Keenan got like 15. So he's like he's properly he's like
that's close.
Might be underpaid. He's like
he's
gets like
play a little more than like 10 games a season.
Amari,
yeah, I'd pay him 15 to 18, but he's gonna get what 20?
5 year 9. He's gonna get like 19.
Yeah, that's too much. Sorry, that's $1 million too much. I'm 18. That's how much you're getting as a wide receiver. Because I know doesn't matter if I have the most talented wide receiver in the league, it's not guaranteeing me shit.
Yeah. Look at the Steelers had the best receiver and best running back in the league for 2-3 straight years.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you rather have, what is Godwin making?
He's
4?
No, he's probably making. He's on his rookie deal. He was like a third round.
Go get 2 regular ass wide receivers for 18 million total.
No, Chris Godwin's gonna be. He's probably making like $900K.
Yeah.
Well, probably with performance bonuses like over $1 million now, but
right.
He's going into a contract year.
Give me 2 receivers. That's all you need. You need DK and Lockett. You need Lockett and Baldwin, stuff like that. Just give me the 2 guys, Debo and Kittle, Debo and Emmanuel Sanders, whatever you want to do. Keep it under because you don't need them. You just need depth.
You can just draft them.
Yeah. Just especially now, yeah. Let's move on. Offensive tackles, 15 mil is what we maxed out at.
Might be low.
I'm thinking
if you're giving me if I know I'm getting a Mitchell Schwartz, there's no price on that.
I think if you're a team that does it, like you have to have the left tackle or whatever. Yeah, man, I'm probably paying over 15. You saw what happened with Dwayne Brown and Russell. Like, that was huge.
Yeah.
Dwayne Brown changed a lot of stuff.
Russell loves Dwayne.
Yeah. So, having that left tackle or right tackle to guard your quarterback.
Just having that, anchor on the end. And then when you don't have to chip every time. Like, so when, Tyron Smith plays, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was like, I know Zeke can go out and pass block. In pass catching. But when he's not in, when I was like, oh, fuck, Fleming's in there, I was like, now Zeke has a chip. The tight end has the chip. I was like, it just takes one more person away from him going out and running a route. So
maybe, for those top guys, maybe we push that to 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Are you paying 17 for Conklin?
No.
Someone's going to.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not the Jets.
I'm not super pissed if that's happening on my team. I'm just biting the bullet and hoping it works.
Yeah, he's gonna be a solid player, but it's not 17 million solid.
Offensive guards, we said 12.
12, yeah.
Not as important anymore.
Yeah.
But if you get a really good one, cool.
Because Chiefs, they're playing nobody.
Right. Yeah.
And as you do, you just do the play action, so those tackles automatically
Right.
bite on the fake.
Seattle has not done anything with their guards.
They just
I mean,
like
they
throwing.
have, they just pick up guys that are castaways that.
God, DJ Fluker sometimes looks like a beast, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden next play's on his ass.
Yes. Let's go to D tackles. I believe we said 15.
Max.
Right. Maximum, you're not paying any. This is for like non-pass rushing D
Yeah.
tackles.
AKA, and if you're not Aaron Donald, you ain't getting paid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like maybe Fletcher Cox, I'd pay.
Yeah. Trey Flowers?
He's getting like 18.
Yeah, no, that's overpay. 15 max. If your team's signing a D tackle this offseason and it's more than 15, you need to write a stern letter to your ownership.
If I can get Sue for 1 year 12, sign me up every year.
Right.
That man needs to be on 1 year contracts.
Defensive end or pass rushers. This includes outside linebackers that were pass rushers like a Bruce Irvin. We want 20 million per year. Is that bad? That's right.
That's standard. It has to be.
Yeah. Khalil Mack, the Bosa's,
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Not Khalil Mack for me.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're a top 5 guy and you're going to free agency, Clowney, Ngakwe, these guys.
It just sucks with like the whole Khalil Mack. It's not you just didn't give him the $22.5 million a year. You also traded away first round picks.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think I'd be fine with Khalil getting the 22 in free agency.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Frank
probably.
Clark, I'm fine with his 20.
Really?
Pal, he won.
If it's 20 flat.
20
okay.
flat. He's 20 flat.
I don't even like pass rushers that much, especially free agent ones. But I can understand a team paying 20.
If you give me a guy that's getting at least 12 sacks,
it has to be like a top 5 guy, though. Yeah. Top 5 getting me guaranteed 10 to 12 sacks.
But I was so torn on this because just like when Seattle won, they had Cliff Averill and Bennett playing for like 3 year $12 million.
Right.
The Bucks just got Shaq Barrett 1 year $5 million.
Right.
And I was like, okay. I was like, we traded a 6th round pick for Robert Quinn. He had 10 sacks.
Yep.
And I was like, but now they want us to pay him $15 million a year.
Yeah. I think we're right on there with the 20. Yeah. Middle linebackers. This was a tough one.
I lowballed him at what did I say, 11.5?
I think you said 11. Yeah.
11.
We wound up going 13 because I said I still believe in middle linebackers. I'm starting to think maybe we need to drop it back down to 11. You don't need to pay your middle linebacker. Just find someone that's athletic and rangy, fast.
Yeah, because they can still be manipulated very easily.
Yeah, just put a strong safety out there.
Yeah.
Shit.
You did say if you have 3 safeties.
What about, like, but when I was looking at the list, like, who are the middle linebackers you'd consider top 5? Wagner, obviously, off of rep. Is Quan Alexander a middle linebacker?
Well, until he tore all his shit. Right.
It's basically going to be Devin Bush, Devin Smith. Are they going to be middle linebackers?
Yeah, they are. They're everywhere. Like Deion Jones he's borderline top like 8.
Who's the guy from Indy?
Oh, Darius Leonard.
Yeah.
He's tackling machine, but he already has 2 concussions.
If you were to get someone like that, though, if you have a chance to get Darius Leonard, let's say the concussions aren't there, $13 million.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's keep it at 13.
But it just sucks. Like this year, they have. Why would I go blank on his name? Simmons.
Yeah. Justin Simmons. Yeah.
Simmons is there, and then Patrick Queen, but Patrick Queen's only 230.
Yeah.
A little smaller. Kenneth Murray. I think the linebackers are there.
Right.
And they run the 4-5 sub 4-5s.
Right.
And they're all rangy, super athletic.
Yeah.
But they tend to be a little smaller. Not everyone's a fucking beast like. Well, Bobby Wagner, that's what.
Yeah.
And Bobby Wagner dropped to pick 45.
Outside linebackers, non-pass rushing.
Cool. I think I went. What did I say? 7, 8.
8. We want 8 million. Don't do it.
Yeah, well, because it's like paying KJ Wright.
Yeah, exactly.
Jalen Smith.
Anthony Barr.
Anthony Barr got a little bit more than $8 million.
Corners. We want 18 million.
This is what we. Yeah. I said I would pay 20 for Jalen Ramsey.
I'm not doing it. That's one person on one side of the field. There's not enough good quarterbacks to even worry about it. No.
Shit, you ain't throwing on us if I have Jalen and Gilmore.
You're overpaying for both those guys, so.
I ain't paying for linebackers, so it's fine.
I mean, it's whatever. I'd rather, like I said with receivers, I'd rather split that money into 2 average guys.
So what are you spending your money on?
Apparently offensive tackles, quarterbacks,
Offense. You spending on offense?
Yeah, DNs.
So basically you're doing what the damn Chiefs did.
I think I would say safeties as well.
Yeah, Chiefs spent money on their safety.
Safeties at 15. I'd be willing to pay 15 to 17 for a top 5 safety.
God, if you get that
for Derwin.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
when you get that safety that can cover the field, even look how much of a difference Tyrann Mathieu made for the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, when you have that guy that can put everyone in the right place, it changes your defense. Absolutely. Yeah. Look at how Seattle fell apart trying to throw
McDougal.
No, McDougal's fine.
What was the other guy you guys had?
God damn it! He's the worst player of all time. I
know who you're talking. I remember you guys would get so mad. I'm fucking miss Sundays.
Well, yeah. Either way, it sucks having just piss poor safeties. I would pay out the ass for Derwin or any of the other top.
You guys got Diggs for a fucking 6-rounder.
Exactly. So Diggs.
Oh, McDougal. Big Ted. Tedrick Thompson.
Yes, Tedrick Thompson.
God, what a player. And Leno.
Yes, and Leno was the worst.
Oh,
ever.
You guys had some safeties. Pal, we have we were throwing out Jeff Heath, pal. Safety play does matter. It just sucks because they wouldn't pony up for Earl.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pay Tyrann Mathieu because our old coach said they wouldn't be able to fit him in the defense. And I was like,
which is insane. That man can fit in any defense, any spot.
It just sucks. So it's like, we're not on free agent talk yet, but yeah, I would pay for a top safety. They cover up so much.
Yeah.
And the guy from the Broncos, Justin Simmons, he's about to get paid.
He's going to get paid.
Henry from the Vikings gonna get paid. So Vikings have 2 of them. I don't know how they don't win more. They have so much talent on that team.
Really, yeah, those guys were sick. Justin Simmons, I'd really like to have.
Yeah, he's getting friends.
And even the guy from the Dolphins that got cut today.
Which I was gonna say about free agency.
Yeah.
Rashid Jones.
Yeah, so
they cut him to save $5 million.
Yeah, but he also was complaining about playing time.
You live in Miami. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah, did you want to talk about any other free agencies?
Yeah, so we were talking about best fit.
Yeah.
And I was like, imagine if, because the Bills have, I believe it was like 65 million.
Right, which is crazy, and the Bucks have 80.
Yeah, imagine if they could get Byron and then say like trade for Ngakoue.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're throwing out that defense and they're adding Byron to the opposite side of Tre'Davious White, who's already
crazy, yeah.
And then they're going to pass rusher.
Yep. The put with Ed Oliver, who's solid.
Yeah, because what defense tackle you saying they should get?
I thought they should take a flyer, see if they could get
Leonard Williams,
and put him next to Ed Oliver. At least have him there and see maybe with all that talent around, if they can draw whatever everyone saw in him at USC. Yeah, but it sounds like the Giants are going to pay his ass to stay there and be a cornerstone of that defense going forward.
And I was thinking it's not going to happen, but I was like, best fit, something I've always wanted to see. If Bill Belichick ever had a running quarterback, what he would do if he could sign Dak.
That would be ridiculous, yeah. That would be the fit.
I was like, wait, it was like besides Dallas was the best fit, and I was like,
yeah, McDaniels would need new pants. I'll tell you that much.
I was
be
like,
bonered out.
I was like, shit, the things they could design that they probably want to design that they can't. And I was just like, boom. And then another fit, we said, I guess I'll get Austin Hooper to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because I was like, he's running the seams for the Seahawks, for the Falcons.
Yep.
He would do the same thing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I just think there's a lot of depth at different positions. So, like, especially that D-end market, you can find, go pay one of the top guys and go get another guy to pair with them and really change your defense.
Yeah. So...
and some of these teams with all that money, like Tampa's got to find a way to get Shaq Barrett. They have to find a way to get one of these other pass rushers. That defense was already much improved, but you spend your money in the right spots, that's a Super Bowl contending team.
They need DBs.
Yeah.
The guy from the Carolina Panthers, Bradbury. Bradbury is going to get paid.
Yeah.
They said it's starting about $16 million.
That's not an overpay, but it technically is an overpay for him.
Trey Wayne's $14 million. Yeah. I wouldn't touch Trey Wayne's.
No, I'm good.
But I would pay Blueberry. He's gonna get paid. Like these defenders that are like, I just want to see how they're gonna fit if they go to like. So say Barry went somewhere like the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, that's already a solid, really, really good defense.
Yeah.
Like, I want those players to go to those kind of teams.
Right. You don't want to get the Philly thing or the.
I don't want them to go to the Giants.
Or you don't want to I'm saying like when Philly tried to throw all those players
together. Yeah.
Or you don't want the Josh Norman thing.
Yeah. And then, I wouldn't mind, I guess, just not being say I'm not a Cowboy fan, if the Colts could get Amari Cooper.
Why?
They just have
they don't have a quarterback.
But I'm figuring they have 3 picks in like the top 35.
That would suck for Amari.
That they could trade up
triple teamed every play.
Yeah.
Ty is going to be out, so I
don't know why I just kind of I always have a soft spot for the Colts with Evangelo.
Frank Reich.
Yeah, Frank Reich is so good.
He would find a way to get Amari to like 1,400 yards.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know. That'd be a good fit.
And if like they could just get like Jameis there.
Why are the Cardinals not linked to Amari?
I don't think the Cardinals have money somehow.
Oh.
They just paid their lineman.
Oh, David Johnson?
Chandler Jones is super duper paid.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
So it's just there's a lot of intriguing fits, but like a lot of the teams I hear are like the Broncos. Like I don't want them to go to the Broncos.
No, yeah, seriously.
Because the Broncos are going to be in for Amari and Byron if they hit the open market.
That's disgusting. No,
I was like I don't want to see that. I want to see Seattle link to players.
Yeah,
it's always more fun when you guys are all excited, unless it's Ngakoue.
Please no. There's a lot of exciting potential out there for
how do you feel about the rumor about the Giants are going to offer Jadeveon over 20?
Go for it, Giants. That's a massive overpay, and that's what the Giants want to do. And if that's what Clowney wants to do, Jadeveon, I want to play for a Super Bowl contender. Clowney going to the Giants.
If you offer me $24 million a year, I'm taking it. What's the max you offer Clowney for the Seahawks?
19. Yeah, I'd give him 19.
Yeah, and any other like Ngakoue,
I'm not.
Shaq Barrett, Shaq Lawson.
No.
Oh, those guys are gonna get at least
16. Too much.
$16.
Yeah. I'm looking. Bring in the guys like Robert Quinn for a year.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I'm hoping we can get him for like a 1-year deal.
Seattle can win with rotations and depth, not having one guy, and that's what they're at right now. So.
And then any of those corners intrigue you? Byron?
No.
Bradbury?
Nope.
Trey Waynes?
Not at all. Don't pay those guys.
Chris
Harris. They don't fit that Pete system. Maybe Chris Harris, but he's...
why does everyone like him?
I don't know. I like Chris Harris. He's
I
fine.
think he's just
Give me 1 year of Chris Harris.
Oh, yeah. If you get him for 1 year.
Yeah.
Darius Big Play Slay.
Oh, give me Slay.
But he wants to break the cornerback market.
Well, he needs to break down on his offer because he's getting less money. That's about it for my fits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I guess you don't really want anybody because Ugo's lined up to be a starter. And that's your boy.
I want Ugo in the slot.
Oh,
so give me that.
Didn't Pete say it's his job to lose?
Did you see Fred Hoiberg?
No, what'd he say?
Fred Hoiberg coached tonight despite being sick. He left the bench with 4 minutes left in the game, and they showed this thing, and it's just Fred Hoiberg, like, hunched over in his seat, clearly just, like, dying. And the coach next to him is just loading up on hand sanitizer. Look at this gif. Fred is...
Oh, my... Fred... And
man.
They did report...
hold on.
Wait, Rudy Gobert was not at the arena today.
Festus Ezeli
said,
I wish Dr. Sebi was alive. He would stop the coronavirus. Man.
Oh, Festus, I thought he had the potential for 2 years out there in Golden State.
Rick Carlisle says all the Mavs have been told to stay in Dallas. Games are suspended. Team activities are not.
That's my kind of coach.
Yeah. You'll be at practice tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Shit, you're running Sweet 16s and suicides.
Man.
Okay. See, fuck, Bob. Braun would tell Vogel, canceled until I say so.
True.
Did you see Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade, I don't like.
He's mad his son's not getting enough playing time.
And he goes on national TV and says it. What a mark. Man, we're going to have to postpone your players again.
That's fine.
We went really long. Hopefully everyone stays nice and safe and healthy. And if you notice people being Rudy Gobert's, please stay away from them. Yes. Wash your hands.
Yeah, just wash your hands, you sick fucks.
Yeah, seriously.
God.
Rudy Gobert, that dirty Frenchman.
Yeah, it always has to be the French.
I blame Tony Parker. All right, we will catch you guys next week, and hopefully everyone stays healthy and that we have some sports to talk about.
Yeah, 5 stars.